Where was I? Watson's preoccupation with the sensation of movement left legacy of obsession with proprioception that was to constrict behavioralistic theorizing for several decades. Watson is not generally credited with paying much attention to the unconsciousness, yet in his earlier years he was sympathetic even to Sigmund Freud. Quote, if followers of the Freudian school of psychologists can be believed, we are daily betraying the presence of unfulfilled wishes. Many of these wishes are of such character that we cannot put ourselves into words. Unquote. But his emphasis on the motor system, covert speech, and so on. As we will see in later chapters, especially in chapter 16, the limitation of consciousness is amply balanced by the anonymity of the unconscious. Skinner, the predominant behaviorist of the 20th century, was less preoccupied with proprioception. But nonetheless, he claimed that psychological theory should not include any explanation of observed fact, which appeals to the events taking place somewhere else, at some other level of observation, described in a different term, and measured, if at all, in different dimensions. This is a very odd view, since it would exclude science, atomic theory, quantum theory, and genetics. For example, the law of multiple proportions, a good behavioristic observation from the 19th century chemist, is explainable by referencing atoms and molecules which are not directly observed. Skinner, the predominant behaviorist of the 20th century, was less preoccupied with perception, but he nonetheless claimed that psychological theory should not include any explanation of observed fact, which appeals to the events taking place somewhere else, at some other level of observation. My two friends. Described in different terms and measured, if at all, in different dimensions. This is a very odd view, since it would exclude the science. Since it would exclude the science, automatic theory, quantum theory, and genetics. For example, the law of multiple proportions, a good behavioristic observation from the 19th century chemist, is explainable by the reference of atom and molecules, which is not directly observed. The breeding patterns of P, which are explained by Mendel as a reflection of random combination of discrete hereditary particles. Genes, unobserved at the time and for many decades thereafter. Much of the physicist is still a quest for entities postulated by a theory, but unobserved. Okay. After this one. The recent detection of the Higgs boson is just recent in the series of such effort. It is a testimonial to Skinner's radioactive skill and I'm just curious, and the dedication of his followers, that he managed to get away with a scientific proposition in the effect that separates psychology from the most developed of the hard science. In summary, behaviorism arose in the reaction against introspection as a scientific method. Watson and those who followed him were correct in this. Introspection sheds only a very dim light on the true causes of behavior, inaccessible to the conscious thoughts that are vast dark matter of the unconscious, responsible for recollection, creativity, and that secret planner whose hidden motives complement conscious motivation. But behaviorism went too far in its attempts to simplify psychology. Watson claims that thought is nothing but a covert speech, and Skinner's nonsensical objection to theoretical concepts cannot be directly observed have hobbled the development of behaviorism and allowed the rest of psychology to slowly backslide into mentalism, easy to understand, readily compatible with folk psychology, but richer in philosophical error and a probable scientific dead end. And then those are all things. That is good. Okay. So, where am I? Sewing one. We're going to put on glove, y'all. Is the glove, yeah. So the glove signifies, I don't know what the glove signifies. What time? Good girl. I may at least have your slip lead in my hand, huh? In my gloved hands. Good job. Can I pick up a treat with those little dinosaur fingers? Just trying to give you more leash in there. Here. There you go. Put it like that. Perfect. Perfect. So I'm gonna give you another treat if I can with these little dinosaur fingers. I think I'm moving around a bit too much. That's amping you up. But I kind of just want to get this done and over with, you know? Like, I don't want to get you another treat. This one's the fun treat. This one, oh, said I can get it. Oh my god. tight or something. There you go. Just gonna close that. Good girl. Oh, good girl. And you can have one of those. And then, oh, that went so much better than expected. Do you even know what's in the crate with you? You have a gem on your hands right now. Oops, sorry. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to reading. Yeah, you should definitely investigate what you got. There you go. Oops. Cool. So what it looks like is I lowered the value of her food. Let me eat one of these. Because she's more interested in the treats I have than the things she has. There she goes. She's realizing what she has. And that. Hopefully she'll realize I don't want it. These are so... The timing on that was a bit weird. Made me feel like I was rewarding her for growling. There we go. That was better. She was expecting a treat that time. Here. Oh, my bad. Here. Good girl. Can you reach it? Here. Just this one? My bad. I have bad aim. Oh my god, I'm sorry. There you go. And then we'll grab this one. There you go. Cognitive psychologists are an interesting thought.